From a young age, adorning my body came naturally to me. I always knew how to make myself look a certain way. Contorting to fit in, I had tried on many different images along the way. Listening to my body's wisdom was another story. Throughout my 20s and 30s, I stayed late at the office, socializing with my friends, leaving little room for sleep. I was ignoring how my body felt. I was young. I would recover, right? Then one day, sitting in the doctor's office, the word malignant came floating towards me. Great, I was going to be just fine. But the doctor's face looked concerned. Words kept coming out of his mouth. They didn't sound positive. Wait a minute. I realized what malignant meant. All the smart stuff in my brain just crumbled away. Everything shut down. My body went numb. The world around me became like a dream state. Malignant means cancerous. I have a cancer in my body that, if untreated, will bring me back to dust much sooner than anticipated. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I found myself faced with my mortality. Throughout a barrage of appointments, I learned how much my body needed to be altered simply to stay alive. I stayed numb to survive, making the best decisions I could at the time. I allowed myself to wallow for a bit, but kept picking myself up and saying, "Not today, cancer, not today." When I rung the bell after my final chemo treatment, everyone around me was celebrating, but deep inside, I was not. I knew I wanted to break out of survival mode. I wanted to feel whole again. Then I just said yes. Not any old yes. I said yes to myself in a big way. Quite possibly for the first time ever, I did something simply because I wanted to. I was fed up with survival. I knew I was here to thrive. I finally gave myself permission to love the body I was so accustomed to adorning. I started my journey towards a wholeness I had never known before. Instead of covering up, I began the process of uncovering. I started to make myself whole. I connected with my body in a way I hadn't allowed myself before. I gave myself the safe space I had been craving my whole life. I learned that while I had to stay frozen in order to get through treatment, it was finally time to connect at my core, to grasp that light within, a different kind of light. It was finally time to allow myself the freedom of expression that was always inside of me. Knowing how to take a good picture and living in the frame are two different things. I now allow myself to be me because who knows how much longer I have on this beautiful planet. My body is my home. It brings me places where only I get to explore. It moves me through a level of expression I never knew before. Now I listen to its wisdom and adorn it accordingly.